Okay, so let's have a look at the ratio question for 2023 Rhine Limited, and we'll look at part A, and the first one says the percentage markup on cost. So if you're looking for the percentage markup, the first thing you need to do is you need to know the formula. So the formula for percentage markup is your gross profit divided by your cost of sales. Now sometimes you can be asked for the percentage margin. If it's the margin, it's the gross profit divided by sales. So try to think of it, markup, you got cost of sales, margin, you just got sales. So the first thing we need to do is we need to find out what is our gross profit and what is our cost of sales. So we'll go back up and look at the question. And in the question, it's going to show us two things. One, it's going to show us our trading profit and loss account, and two, it's going to show us our balance sheet. So we know that the gross profit and cost of sales are found on the profit and loss account. So if we look down through our figures, we've got credit sales. Your cost of sales is made up of your opening stock. Add your purchases, take away your closing stock. That's going to give your cost of sales here. So our cost of sales in the question is 450,000. So that's one of them. So I'm just going to write in the cost of sales 450,000 here. And then my gross profit then, so my gross profit is not calculated. So I need to find out what is my gross profit. So I know from my question once, to calculate my gross profit, you're going to take your credit sales of 675,000. You're going to take away your cost of sales of 450. That's going to give you a gross profit. So down here, I've got my gross profit, and the two figures that I need is 675,000. And I'm going to take away my cost of sales of 450,000. And that's going to give me my gross profit. So my gross profit then is 675 minus 450,000. So my gross profit then is going to be 225,000. I know now that if my gross profit is 225,000, two figures that I need is going to be my gross profit of 225,000. It's going to be divided by my cost of sales of 450,000, and that's going to give me my percentage markup. So down here, I'm going to divide 225,000 by 450,000. It's going to give me 50, and then I'm going to multiply that then by 100. So 0.5 multiplied by 100. It's going to give me 50%. So my answer for my percentage markup is 50%. So remember a couple of things that you need for this. Number one, you're going to need your formula for percentage markup, which is gross profit divided by sales. We need to be able to make sure we can identify them from the question, from the trading profit and loss account. So you have our sales figure, our cost of sales figure here, 450,000. We don't have our gross profit figure. So you need to calculate our gross profit figure, and our gross profit figure is cost of sales, take away our credit sales, take away our cost of sales, will give us a gross profit. So with the calculation done down here, so I would show these calculations. I would make sure I write down the formula, make sure I find the figures, and then substitute the figures then into the formula to help me get the correct answer. Make sure the answers then that you use the correct units. So for this one here is a percentage, so make sure that you put your percentage in. And that is part one, the percentage markup for Rhine 2023.